Team Go Rocket leader Arlo, who just came off of his morning routine of styling his hair with pigeon sweat, has now changed his lineup, along with the other leaders. I don't think you guys are gonna really need the instructions, so I think it might just be that I do like this one episode, and then maybe we do like a solo, meaning one Pokemon defeats the entire lineup. I don't know. I'm telling you guys. So now he's got Shadow Charmander. It's gonna be especially easy if it's using Ember right here, but even if it was using Scratch, that's the other move it can have. You're gonna throw in this Poliwrath right now. We're gonna beat him, of course, within the Great League levels. That's 1500 CP or below. It's kind of just what I always try to do. This account is actually level 39. I normally play on the level 47 one just because the Team Go Rocket leaders, they will scale up and down the CP, meaning like the CP of their Pokemon will be higher the higher that your trainer level is. So, you know, if I'm level 47, let's say, then obviously someone playing at level 39 even, or anything in the 20s, the 30s, the CP of his Pokemon is going to be lower. But that's fine. This is going to teach you whatever you need to know if you're a beginner. This really, again, is just going to be tailored for somebody who's like a really low level, not used to fighting Team Go Rocket, maybe a beginner of sorts, because these are all Pokemon that have been in the game since day one. But aside from that, we're making it much more complicated if you're a higher level than it needs to be, basically, because if you're like super high and you have like a huge library of options with your Pokemon, go with those 4000 CP plus Pokemon that are just gonna stomp him, you know what I mean? At least he's got a Salamence here in the middle spot. I mean, finally some kind of like small challenge at least, but if you got Poliwrath with Ice Punch, nah. Not a challenge. Look at that. See, what happens is, of course, Salamence. It's going to be doubly weak to ice. It's dragon and it's flying. So with that, it's going to be 256% damage as opposed to usual super effectiveness. I think that's 160%, whatever that is. And being that we've also just come off of using Power-Up Punch so many times with this Poliwrath, you can see it can almost solo this entire thing. Like, it's actually not going to. Sorry for the spoiler alert. I think if we really tried, like we could, or if we got maybe a lineup with different moves, it probably would happen. But hell, I mean, even Poliwrath, it resists Scizor as well. If Scizor is using Bullet Punch, then Poliwrath is water, and fighting, water is going to resist steel, so that works nicely. We were just a little bit weakened here, I would say, and we're obviously like kind of handicapping ourselves. You know, we're nerfing ourselves a little bit by using Pokemon that are just within the Great League levels. Like if you had a Poliwrath that's like fully powered up, or even close to 2500 basically, it'll pretty much solo this whole thing. If Arlo's using this lineup, you know, that's the other thing, is like you have to be very specific to this lineup. So Scizor, one thing about Scizor is that it's going to be especially vulnerable to fire, so that's all we needed, is we just needed any two fire Pokemon, really. We didn't have to use charge attacks or anything, it was just getting it down the last little bit. So now Arlo, of course, he doesn't understand because he never loses. I mean, my god, if I throw a stick, maybe he'll leave. He's kind of like the human version of period cramps or something. Go ahead and click an end screen if you want to fight somebody harder, like Giovanni or something.
And thank you.